It is.
Okay, so come right up here. Leave him there for a minute. You're gonna want to do this without him first. So we want to be able to get our feet in that video when you take off. You're gonna turn the wheel, take off with that right foot. Follow that foot. Okay. Ready? Here. Walk along. Get the left turn. 45. 45.
I'll get better at it.
Oh yeah.
So, am I taking short enough steps, or should I really be taking like?
The shorter steps you make, the easier it is for that dog.
Okay, okay. Well, I like what I tell my kids every freaking night. Small steps. The smaller steps, the more control you have.
Yep.
Right?
It's 100% right. And you're teaching
feet off the ground.
Yeah, and you know, you're teaching a dog to follow your mechanics and your body language, and so the smaller, the more incremental you break everything down, the easier it is. So that's your left turn. The old lady that showed me how to do the trick today, doing shit and walking around the house. I was literally walking around my house. It's like, I'm going in the bedroom. Here we go.
Yeah, so the one did the same thing that you want to turn right, right?
Yep.
No.
Well, if you're turning right, same deal.
Or am I turning my right foot right?
No. Get your dog going.
Up.
So your left turn, the dog's following your foot around the corner. On your right turn, you're blocking the dog. So you're gonna go. Whoop. Walk along. You're gonna do a right turn. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3.
So it's only the first on that one. Where's the 45?
Yep.
Boom, normal.
Yep. Here's the other thing. On the right turn, you have to sweep the leash. So when you make a left turn, you don't have to sweep the leash. The dog is going to follow the leash around the corner. It's going to be hitting your leg. When you make a right turn, if you don't sweep the leash, he's going to fade around in front of you. So you're going to sweep, turn your foot. When you sweep, this hand, right hand, is literally just nubbing that leash back as you make a turn.
Okay. Yep.
So
Just holding his head back slightly as I'm coming around.
Yep. Take off. And here's what we're looking for out here. I'm gonna make sure this video picks this up. When we're teaching the short leash work, we're looking for long, straight shots. Long, straight shots. And
It's getting your feet for sure.
okay, so we're looking for long, straight shots, and we're doing 180 degree left and 180 degree right. And we're blocking that dog in right here. When we're doing 90 degree turns, those are easy. It's just a 90 and go. To the right, up, or a 90 and go to the left. Now, so when you're out here, this is why I like using these parking stripes. I start right here. This is where whenever I have, down. You always want a point of reference, so you know right where you are. So this is our center line. And what we're trying to do is get down to that end. So this is our center line. I'm watching the center line. If he gets out wide on me, I might do a hard 90 to the left. But I'm going to come right back to my center line and carry on.
Okay.
Alright? So if he shoots out too far in front of me, I'm going to make that hard 180 to the left. I think I'm going to start you on that 6 foot leash, but it's going to be way easier than trying to do this with that 15 foot right now. Here's what it's going to look like with your 6 footer. I don't know about your phone, but my phone will peter out if it's in the sun for very long. So I'll put that up here. Okay, come on up.
Get the dog?
Nope.
No. Okay. So it's still on.
So you're going to be holding that leash just like this. If he shoots out in front of you, you're going to go drop that slack and the hands are coming right up here as you make that left 180 turn. You catch the end of it, we're going to gather him up. Keep going. Not going to use the e-collar just yet. We're going to get the footwork down just right. Let's put him back in a down before you hook him up. We haven't even got into the sit placements just yet. So, here's the toughest thing for folks to do. If that left hand moves around, the leash length changes, and the box that we're trying to keep him in changes. So, left hand's going to be right here, right inside it. It's got to stay right there. Yep, and you're not holding on with that one. Oh, the only time you're touching that one is when you make that right 180 or right 90 turn. Yeah, exactly. Now, relax that arm. Telling heel, take off with your right foot. And vary your speed. Short steps, so walk fast, walk slow. Now I'm going to have you do a 180 to the left. There you are. Right back this way. Relax your arm. And you're going to do a 180 to the right. So you got to sweep your leash. Block the dog with your left. Walk right into him. And go. That's pretty good. Got it. And you telling good boy, look over at him. Good boy. 180 left. When you get down here in the shade, I'm going to show you how to bring him to a stop. As you come to a stop, slide your left hand all the way down to his collar. Walk up past him. Not your left hand, your right hand, I'm sorry. Square up your shoulders this way. Because what's happening is, I want to get this in the video. We're going to keep him from compassing. It's called compassing, right? So he is essentially turning you every time he gets distracted. So that's why you want to work with a point of reference so you know right where you're going. So if you come to a stop and he's cockeyed, you don't want your hips and your shoulders to turn with him. Otherwise, he's going to be doing that to you all the time. Does that make sense? Sure. So just walk forward. Slide your right hand all the way down to his neck. And come to a stop. Now, take your left hand, trade places with your right. Thumb facing the sky. Rotate this collar so it's up here on top. Turn your hand over like that. Yep. Square up your shoulders best you can. Slide that hand, your two middle fingers and your thumb are going to slide down right above his hip point. And you're going to lift and sit. Give him a little pet, tell him good boy. Good boy. So I'm going to have you do this. Now we're talking about reps, right? You don't want to name anything that's ugly. So he doesn't understand the sit placements yet. So what I like to have people do is for about the first 3 or 4 days, silent sit placements every time you come to a stop with praise. So you come to a stop,
every time. If you do 20 to 25 sit placements a day, you get about 50 to 75 in the course of a few days. Usually by that time, when you come to a stop, they're sit. So then you just tell them sit, and you attach the command to the behavior.
Okay.
After about 4 days. Fire away. Relax that left arm, take off. If he's lagging, you just take off. Leash might be just a tad long. Relax your arm.
At the knees, you said, right?
Yep, right above the knee, or right below the knee. When you come to a stop, slide your right hand all the way down. Thumb facing the sky. So the base of your hand is going to be on top of his neck. Yep. Lift and relax the knee. Try not to let the grip out of your thumb there. He doesn't have to hold the sit right now.
Okay.
So when you're doing this, try to manage your leash so you're not letting the thumb grip go. So it stays in your left hand all the time.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gather your flat.
So when I reach over, I don't want to let this go. I'm just grabbing it with this.
Yep. So first, sliding that hand down. Yep. And then into the sit.
Every time we stop.
Every single time.
Even if we're just walking, just to be walking, or during training.
During training.
Okay.
During your training session. Because what we're shooting for, I want to make sure this thing picks me up, is we train an automatic sit. So when you come to a stop when you're healing, that dog knows to sit. That's one of the most, that's what I have found. If you're looking for real off-leash control, you got to have that kind of attention.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Gather up your slack. There you are. Done heel and take off, straight line. And again, you can vary your speed. So if he's lagging, you're speeding up. If he catches up to you, you just slow down a little bit. Sweep and turn. And you want when you watch this video, you want your turns to be real tight.
Yeah, I messed that one up for sure.
That's okay. But like a tight lane, probably about a, I don't know, 2.5 foot wide lane is what you're turning in. So he's pushing. There you go. That was better. When you get down here in the shade, let's do another sit placement. Slide down to bring him to a stop. Thumb facing the sky on your left hand. Right hand slides down his back, places him into a sit. Very nice. Tell him, good boy. Very nice. And if you like using treats, I have no problem with that. After a sit, you want to keep the treats in your right pocket so you can feed in position.
Okay.
If you're stretching across your body to feed the dog, they will start to anticipate that and they'll start coming across the front of you.
Yeah, a lot of times I'm actually walking the dog, at the park, just letting him do his thing. I've got the leash in my right hand, holding it with one hand a lot of times. But sometimes I got it in my left hand, holding it with one hand. So I got it like that, or I got it around my wrist.
Well, this is going to be just like, remember the Liberty Walk after the long line exercise?
Mm-hmm.
You do the exact same thing after your healing exercise. You're done, you take the leash right now and hold it in your left hand. That's the anchor in the working hand. You put it over in your right hand. Now I got to go over some footwork on the stop. So put him back in it down. Looks like he's about ready for a nap.
Probably is.
Did he?
Yeah.
All right. So footwork for the halt. We got our turns down. Okay. On your halt, and this makes a little difference. And it's a lot. There's a lot of moving parts here. So as you come to a stop, your right hand is going to slide down. It's going to bring the dog to a stop next to your right leg. When that happens, your left foot plants. Your right foot takes 1/2 step past. That locates the dog where we're going to put him in a sit. Then your left foot closes. Then you go through the sit. So it's this. A dog that's on the right side, it's on the halt, left, right, left. Coming to a stop, left, right, left. That's it right there. There's probably a lot of footwork in boxing, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you pick up on this fast. So in my head, I'm just in my head, I'm like,
Slowing down slowly, right? Full step.
to
Step.
left.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go left, right, left. And here's where that comes into play down the road. You tell that guy to heel. Because we'll be in Lowe's or Shields or somewhere one of these days, and we're gonna tell him to heel when we're in there. You gotta heel. And we're walking along. When you start walking like that, he's gonna be like, oh, I know what we're doing. And then he's following. When you come to a stop, when you go, he's gonna go point. All right.
Just like we're learning to read the right foot taking off.
Yep, right foot taking off, the right foot on the turn. All Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right on. Let's hook him back up to your 6-footer. Let's practice a little bit of the footwork. I gotta drum you up some notes here. And lots of praise when you're doing this, because this is mentally taxing for that dog, for all of them really. So when you're doing this, anytime he looks up at you, anytime he's paying attention to you, every time you put him into a sit, praise him, pet him, tell him how good he did. Lagging, you got to beat it.
short, 15 to 20 minutes. Be sure to praise the dog and pet for any effort attention. After every training exercise, put the leash in your right hand and do your liberty walk. This can be done with 6 foot or 15 foot. Alright. I texted you them. There you go. Now, something else I'll do to help them keep, because they can get flat on you pretty quick doing this, because this is like work. So, and you got treats in the box. Here's a ball on the string. We have a 5 to 10 minutes. He's doing really good, and I put him in a sit. I'll pull that ball. Play tug with him for a minute. Play, and then I'll take that game and put it back in the pocket. Because I don't think we've done any game play. Does he play tug?
He's done a little bit, but no, I haven't done that as much with him because, again, some of the research I did, I was worried maybe it makes him a little more aggressive, something like that. Never had tug before. I didn't really wrestle with him. I didn't tell him to play a lot of tags. You know, a lot of training.
Put him on 15.
He's got a lot of toys. I can play.
Put him on a 15 foot line. I'll show you. There's lots of options, and then we'll spend one whole session on gameplay. So we're triggering some predatory drive here that hasn't woken up yet. And there's a lot to be learned when you play with them like this. Like to find out what's my dog's level of drive. So he's real playful. Like he hasn't gotten serious yet.
Yeah, he's always been super playful.
Yep.
You should see him attack a box and get boxes in the mail, and he just loves it. It's like he's playing with one of his siblings or something. He goes after it, you know?
Yep. So there's a sequence, and you learn the dog when you start opening stuff like this up. There's the predatory sequence is seek, stalk, chase, catch, kill, dissect, consume. And if you give them, this is only one thing to kind of watch. If you give them boxes and stuff to tear up, they get stuck in the dissection and consumption part. So you open up those other parts too. So this is, we call it a flirt pole. It's just a bull whip with a toy on the end of it. It's him on his 15-foot line. And there's some rules, but I wouldn't put any rules on his game right now. If you get you one of these, we got them at the shop. You can get them at the farm store.
Yeah, I ordered one tonight.
Yep.
And what's it called?
Well, this is just a bull whip. So if you just go over to the farm store and get a 10-foot bull whip, that's all you need. And just tie a toy to the end of it. They got online, they're just junk. They're not long enough and they don't hold up very well.
Okay.
The rules,
I
right?
need a bullwhip.
Just get you a bull whip with a toy. There you
We
go.
got lots of toys.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. And you don't want to put too much pressure on him. Like it has to be moving away from him right now. If I throw it over top of it, he gets a little nervous about it.
He loves to go up for balls though. He's been Nerf ones or whatever that bounce.
Yeah.
Ooh, he loves to jump for them. He kicks his predatory off pretty good with his balls bounce hard.
Well, he'll get into that with this too. He just hasn't noticed it yet. The rules that we'll put on this game, we'll put on the tug game, and the rules help the dog learn how to control their emotions. But we won't put any rules on right now because he doesn't have enough drive. We want to build some of that drive first. Man, get him a flirt pole, see if you can get him playing, and then we'll add that to the training. Here, I'm going to give this to you. Walk him around, see if you can get him. I just hooked that thing on my thumb. And the more you get the dog into this type of stuff, the more playing that you do with them out in different environments, the less afraid of novel things they seem to be.
Okay, yeah, that's amazing. That's what we want.
There you go. Yeah, he will get into this in
I
time.
can do this shit with him all day long. I love it. So. And it's a lot better than I know there's a time and place for everything, and so I know we got to do our drills and all that, but a lot of it's kind of boring.
Yep.
This is fun, you know.
Yeah.
I like it's fun to me to work with the period, but it's nice to learn around. And having him on the 4 feet, like I said before, he told me to get a long lead. We could still play fetch. It was different for a while. He's got the hang of it now, though.
Yeah.
I think he might even put on a couple pounds of muscle from dragging that 100-pound lead around, or 100-foot lead around, because I had to go get the really long one. I should have listened to you in the first place. There's a saying that I always post that says, if at first you don't succeed, try doing what your coach told you to do the first time. So I think of that when I don't listen to you, and then it's proven over and over again.
Well, that's just like boxing or haircut. You've done everything. You've probably made every mistake there is to make, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you think I'd learned to listen to my coaches. No, I do for the most part. Every now and then, though, I can get kind of lazy, and I got to be a lot more disciplined.
It'll be fine. With all that boring stuff we have people do up front, it actually gets the dog in a better frame.
Oh,
of mind.
yeah. And not just your drills, but a lot of the stuff I've been doing on my own with sit, stay, shake, speed, all that, trying to do it in a lot of different places. You get used to it's kind of just, you're just doing the same thing over and over again, So you got to try to mix it up. And plus, if he knows what command you're gonna give him next, so I always try to mix the commands up and stuff like that. I've had dogs my whole life. This is the first one where I actually asked for help, professional help. I've learned so much with this dog.
It's awesome. It's fun. So, here's some things to, like, between now and our next section. You get your flirt pole. He's probably going to get more drivey every time you play. I think he's more out. If you have a command for out or drop it, don't use it.
Okay.
Just steal it.
Okay.
Steal it. And then no rules. Like, make them look angry.
Good boy. We did good day today. A lot of training on our own this morning.
Good boy.
But then he got about a good 30, 40 days. He got a little bit of depression.
Man, there's such a difference. Like, this is such a good dog. That other one that comes, he's a good dog too. He's beautiful. Man, like, he is nasty.
Same color?
Oh yeah, same dog.
Is he bigger? Is he up to about 90 pounds males? Or I guess he can get bigger.
He's about the same size, but he's European,
Yeah.
and he is angry. And if you gotta like watch everything you do with him, because his eyes just go like dead sharp. And man, we finally got it straightened out.
Time, huh? So they're just on point all the time.
All the
On
time.
guard all the time.
All the time. And if you do, like, they get
Wishing
like 50
something would happen.
Oh, he's looking for a
would,
fight.
motherfucker.
Exactly. He's looking for a fight all the time, man.
That's exactly what I didn't want to have with him. And I'm having a heck of a time with him. I mean, I'm not having a hard time with it because we're doing it, but they're not letting anybody pet him.
Yeah.
all day, every day, people want to meet and pet this dog, man. You know, and then Doberman owners, we're like our own club.
Yeah.
If anybody that's ever had a Doberman, they see me, they gotta come tell me about it and meet Prince,
Yeah.
and everybody wants to pet him, and I gotta explain to them, no, you can't, it's training. And most adults understand, you know, but kids give you the stink eye. Like,
Yeah.
and they'll just walk away from you. You feel like such an asshole. You know? But you gotta do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the toughest thing.
Well, you know, I explained it to him. I'm like, it's the recall. He's trying to help me get the recall better, and so we got to get his focus on me and not everybody else.
Yeah.
There'll come a time when we can socialize again, but with my permission. You know, now's not that time.
Yep.
People
Yeah.
at work every week. Can we pet him yet? No, can't pet him yet. It's gonna be a while yet. We haven't even started our official training. You know.
Yeah, this is what, lesson 2?
Yep.
Alright.
They've only scheduled me the first 7 though.
Yeah, I gotta get on Rob and get that done.
Mondays are real good for me, but you know, you could always do something later in the evening if I had to on another day.
No, this is a perfect time slot. I'd like to.
Yeah, this is perfect for me too. Yep. Or even the 6:30 one that we did before. Either one of them are fine.
Yeah, we won't be finishing up probably till when.
Are we doing? Is it every week now then?
It won't be. It'll be usually every other.
We've been doing every week, and we're scheduled for next week too.
After the 7th, it should go to every other. And that'll give you more time.
Yeah.
It gets first. This one's not too bad. Weeks 4, 5. It gets to be. There's a lot.
This is a lot that you gave me today, you know. So it's gonna, you know, on top of what I'm still doing everything else too, right? When I can, yeah. So, yep, it's a good thing. I like it. That's what I want. I've never had a dog close to feel or any of that, you know. I mean, it should stay, not stay as long as I want him to ever.
Yeah.
You know, he's a lot better than that already. But that's, I would say I don't know if I got a smarter dog. I just got a smarter handler now. You know, and I'm getting better all the time. He's awesome though.
He's getting it figured out.
Super cool dog.
Yeah, he is.
He's just gonna, you know, he's gonna learn as fast as I can figure out how to teach him. That's kind of how I look at this. You're teaching me how to teach my dog. It's not so much you're training the dog. You're training me to train the dog.
I wish that other guy was. I wish he'd have got it from this breeder. I mean, he's making it. He's getting it done. But boy,
Where did you actually order them from? Germany or?
No,
Yeah,
well,
somewhere?
the place where he got it from imports them from Europe. So they got him as a little puppy. And that dog was nasty when it was puppy.
He was too, but he didn't stay nasty. And there was another little guy there that I could have chose from that's a little bit smaller, but he was just aggressive as hell.
Yeah.
And Prince was a lot more mellow and he paid me a lot more attention. So,
Yeah, when I don't know if I told you this or not, but Winston, when they brought him when he was 8 weeks old. And the 2 girls at the shop, they did all his ear posts. Have you met them
Really?
before?
There's
Sydney and Kylie.
There's been 3 of them in there, 3 different ones in there.
Yeah, so they did all of his puppy work when he was little, and they posted his ears.
I wish I would have had your help.
They came in every week, and those girls posted that dog's ears up. And they were down on the floor, or Sydney was down on the floor with him one day. Because Brad was like, well, he was come back and on the floor. Sydney was like, I'm fucked. She's down on the floor, and that dog, she had the toy, and he wanted that toy, and she came right to her face. She's like, rah! And she snatched his ass up, put him down on the ground.
They're demons. They're demons for the first few months. They really are. They just want to eat you.
Yeah.
You try to distract them with the toy. Nope, I want your fucking arm. You know, it's constant, nonstop, all day long. And I bet a lot of people get rid of Dobermans in that time.
Yeah.
You know? Yep. Because I mean, if I didn't know better, because I did research and I watched stuff and, you know, like I said, did a little online course, just gathered all the information I could. So I knew that there was going to be some really tough time, you know, in raising them, and I was ready for it. Otherwise, I would have thought I had a broken dog.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing wrong, or what is wrong with him? Because this is fucking crazy. And I've had a lot of dogs. I don't remember any of them being like he was as a puppy.
Yeah.
My gosh, I know they all get, you know, kind of chewy and bitey, but he was like a little shark until he got tired. First 5 minutes from when he woke up, Angel. And then 5-10 minutes before he went to sleep, Angel. There was a time about 7 o'clock every night, 7-8 o'clock, where Zoomies,
Yeah.
Devil Puppy, just crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
That's actually when they're tired. They
Yeah.
get
Oh
those
yeah.
zoomies,
Just before they're about to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's usually when they're the nastiest too.
All right, my man.
Yeah. This was awesome. This was a super cool session.
Awesome. Awesome.
I feel like we got a whole lot out of this one that we'll be using for